Welcome in, guys, to another Sunday night Scrap Chat live with me, Scrapping Irish, and whoever decides to join us. So let's get started as normal. We'll see who has been in first. So I think it was American. Yes, America's favorite hoarder. I do apologize. I have a bit of a cold, so you probably hear that in my voice. So I do apologize, but can't be helped. So America's favorite hoarder, welcome in, followed by HH Recycling, and that's it. That's the two people that are in so far. Says there's five there, so hopefully there's some people just watching. So what has everyone been up to this week? I was just breaking down a lot of small e-waste stuff, like stuff that these were inside, and then I'll be taking these little silver contacts off. The silver contacts are underneath there. I'll be taking them off. The rest of it. Hey, Paul Frost, welcome in. So it's really breaking down smalls this week, little motors or little devices that had all these little copper balls and stuff like that. Working on them. So that's what I've been working on, really small stuff, nothing big at all. Haven't done any gold recovery. Next week, I think I'm going to do, people have been asking me about poor man's nitric. So I'm going to do a video, I think, on that. That'll be the plan for this week's video coming, if I get around to it. Just been busy doing other stuff. Been working on contacts as well. So again, we have inside of here, I've been working on stuff like these silver contacts. Hill 13 refining and electronic, welcome in, good to see you. I pulled off a lot of these little tactile switches that I need to break down to get the silver from them. So that's what I've been working on this week. So what have you been working on, guys? Electronic scrapper, welcome in, good to see you. Got my more sorted out. Neighbors offer me dirty copper roofing materials. Of course, I'll take it. Andy, welcome in. Good to see you. See you scrapping. Good to see you. So I think the crew are making their way over from Shark Scrapper, and these people, a few of these people have been. Don't forget to hit that like, guys, as you make your way in. I would appreciate that. So as anyone's just coming in, I have a cold, so I do apologize if my voice is a bit hoarse and a bit stuffed up. But anyhow, it is what it is. Nothing I can do about that. Richard, welcome in. Good to see you as well. Fascinating show. Yeah, very interesting stuff as always with the shark. So it is very interesting. He always has great detail and does a lot of research where I just whatever happens. I'm the opposite. Refining some gold today, had a bit of a hiccup after melting it the first time. What was the hiccup? Well, if Truck Fan was here, he'd be asking, was there any bloopers? So what was the blooper you had, Electronic Scrapper? What's your blooper? Just wait to see, will Electronic Scrapper pull up what his blooper was? Just closing a few windows here on my desktop that's opened up. Jeanette Pickering, welcome in. Good to see you. What are we baking this week, Jeanette? What's for cookery class this week? Not pure enough. Turned out. Oh, okay. I love the Jeanette baking thing. She does some really good stuff, and I always watching it late at night. And then I want to go to the press and pick something out to eat, and it's something red in it. Okay, I wonder what that was. So did you just excuse me, did you just re-refine it? Is that what you done? Poured a killer 600-gram silver bar, worked on truck or organized the 600-gram bar. What did you get the silver from, Hill? Where did you recover the silver from? I'm not looking. I'm not baking this week. Having a week off. The tube. Okay, fair enough. Hey, need a break from YouTube. You go every night. So you to be on 7 nights. Well, definitely 6 or 5. Anyhow, you to be on. So yeah, a break is needed. That's like a full-time job. Being on there every night. just people saying hi to each other. Irish, I saved up a bunch of flat screen gold boards. I don't expect much, but surprised by seeing the plugs. Have you done them? When you say the plugs, what do you mean the plugs now? I've done the flat screen ribbons, as you call them, or whatever. Is that what you're on about? Richard, is that's what you're talking about? I must check that video out that Hill 13 did. I have to check that out to see where he got that silver from. Don't forget, guys, to hit that like. So yeah, so that's what I've been working on. I'm just waiting to see what other people. I have a few more hard drives I've taken out of devices. I picked up a few more bits of e-waste off a guy that I'll strip out later on this week. As I said, my plan for this week is to maybe do a video on poor man's nitric acid, because people have been asking about it. How is it made and stuff like that. So they'll be sending me messages on the emails and stuff. So I'll be maybe doing a video on that. That's my plan. Just waiting for reading messages as they come in. That's what I'm looking at the moment. Hey Ed, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope all is good. Don't forget, guys, to hit that thumbs up on your way in. It would be greatly appreciated. I see poor Raphael had issues with YouTube. He got himself a little bit of a ban. I dissolved the boards in AP and filtered them through cotton plugs. I wasn't expecting much. Yeah, I think, but again, it's very low grade gold. Hey, Mike's Meltdown, welcome in. The Apple flat screen monitor I picked up, I can't get open. Cell phone and heat Sonic. Yeah, they sometimes you have to open them from the front. Is it? You have to kind of take off the screen and get into it that way. Buzz bar, stripped silver plated items from Goodwill, copper cells, some sterling silver flatware breakers, contacts. Ran it through a silver cell earlier this year. Okay, that's something I must do at some stage, a silver cell. It's not something I've set up to get the purity right. You can get the high purity with your silver cells. I haven't done that yet. Oh yeah, I forgot I can put the comments up here on, so when people type in the comments, they'll show up somewhere on the screen in a minute. I just switch that on and see will it work. There we go. See, comments show up down the bottom now. Apple suck the screwdriver you can find. You will need them. Yeah, that's the thing about taking apart Apple iPhones. You have every screwdriver. You take off the first layer screws and this screwdriver. Then you have to change to another screwdriver. Then you have to change to another screwdriver, another screwdriver. You know, so it's it can be torture, some of them devices, and then they might just have one screw that's completely different somewhere in the middle. Some sort of security one, then you have to go looking for that type of one. So yeah, it is it can be a bit painful doing that, you know. I did put the link out. No one wants to come up tonight, but that's fair enough. No one has to come up. It's up to themselves. You can use a homo. Oh, that's right. Ian will be still on his holidays, isn't he? Ian Matthews will be still out in the sun, I presume. And Hill 13, how long did you run the silver cell for? How long was it running for? 6 stars, small Phillips. And then you have the glue, of course, in the Apple iPhones. You have the glue they use to glue stuff down the screens to the boards. That's the other downside of it, is that. But look, it's the easiest way sometimes, as America's favorite horror said, is give it a belt with the hammer. Just smash it over with your hammer, and that will do it. I was running a bit late tonight, and I missed the start of Shark's show, so I missed the start of it. But we got there in the end. And that's what it's all about. I'm just waiting to see, will Hill 13 let me know how long he ran his silver cell for. Been collecting bits of aluminium as well, so I need to start melting them down. I haven't even picked up the gas yet for that furnace I got. It must be 2 months ago now, is it? And I was going melting stuff straight away and just haven't got around to doing it. So I must pick up some gas this week if I can. And rig that up and melt a lot of the aluminium and copper and brass that I've collected up. So even the little copper balls like these, we can melt them all into bigger bars. That'd be the plan. No one's even talking in chat. I don't know. Is it working? Am I here? Maybe I'm not. No one's even talking in chat. Well, no one's talking. No one's doing anything. I can maybe take apart some boards that I've here beside me. I could be taking them apart, doing something useful. Looks like I'm being censored. Oh, what do you mean being censored? What do you mean being censored? Why are you being censored? Oh, I got a notification up on the thing. Shark Scrapper has entered the basement. Welcome in. We can't hear you. Your mic is not working. Shark is having one of them days with his mics again. We had this a couple of months ago where he was having the issue. You're on mute, they're saying. He's not on mute anyhow because I'm looking here on my side. Let me just see. I can edit the. Can I do anything on the sound? I can mute him, but still nothing, Shark. Still nothing. I'm going to edit mic on my side to see if there's anything. No, there's nothing I can do. Let me change. Hey, there we go. Oh, we have echo.
This one gives you the echo?
Hey, welcome in, E-Waste Mike, and who else did I see coming in there? D, good to see you. D Scraps, E Scraps, welcome in. Speak now, Shark.
How's this? Is this any better?
Yeah, that's it. Perfect.
Okay, good.
Perfect. Welcome in, E-Waste Mike as well. Sorry, I just seen E-Waste Mike coming in there as well. Welcome in. Mike is still sick. He's got a cold, he thinks. I've got a cold, but not enough to send me to bed yet. Just boxing up 704 I series to send down to Chris the clown tomorrow. Fair enough, Mike.
Okay, so I have the answer for Andy that was asked at the end of my stream. Whenever you're ready for me to give it to him, Irish.
Give it to her. Go on, anyhow.
I'm apologies.
Go on, anyhow.
So Enig, electroless nickel immersion gold, the layer of the gold over top of the nickel is 0.3 to 0.1 micrometers, as opposed to the hard gold plating, which is 0.5 to 3 micrometers. So, 0.5 to 0.3, 0.5 to 3 micrometers. So the hard plating gold is much thicker than the Enig. And interestingly enough, Enig is actually a more expensive process for the manufacturers in the process, but they save so much gold that they're willing to spend the money on the process so they can use less gold.
Okay, interesting fact. So, like we say, the main thing I find that where you find a lot of that INIC gold is on the mouse trackpads, for instance. They seem to have that INIC gold on them. It's that very, very thin processed gold. And sometimes when you're using the acid, you can hardly even see them. They're that small. So that's where I've seen a lot of it being used on them sort of things, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
HH wants to know, see, look at there. I'll highlight it. Did I highlight it? Oh, there you go. Rely on HH.
Is what a promotion or a demotion?
Is that a promotion or a demotion? I don't know what he's on about, but he wants to know, is it a promotion or a demotion? So he is. Yeah, I said you can rely on him for something. How much gold per piece? But I'd love getting gold if it's gold. Yeah, that's the same with me, because it's a hobby. It doesn't matter if it's really thin gold, thicker gold, whatever. It's still going to get processed. Where if you're doing it for a living, then that's when people will be looking at which is going to be the best returns, or what do they need to do with it.
I hate this stuff. I keep getting, and it's so annoying. I keep getting these texts from people saying, "What's your name? Your number is in my list, but I can't remember who you are." And it's just, it's just a scam.
Scammer.
So I'm ready to shoot some people.
You just put in it. Just say you're e-waste Mike. Just tell them you're e-waste Mike. That's all you have to do.
Oh God, that's what I should do. I should say, "This is my old number. My name is Mike," and then send him Mike's number.
Yeah, this is my new number. This is my new number.
Oh man, Mike is going to kill me. I'm just going to tell him it's your idea.
I know now what HH was on about when he was on about sending the Mike was on about sending the series to Chris the Clown. HH goes, he is Chris the Clown, this because Chris from HH.
Okay.
I had to scroll up to see. He made me scroll up to see. Everyone gets behind on their scrapping. It doesn't matter whether it's electronic scrapping, steel scrapping, street scrapping, whatever sort of scrapping you get it to, you'll always fall behind at some stage, and sheds get filled up, and you're picking up more stuff and stuff like that. Mike has enough problems. Yeah, Mike does have enough problems. You're all very mean to Mike. He's poorly. If we were nice to Mike, he'd be more worried. So he would.
Exactly.
That's
exactly. It's like if Mike is nice to you, you got to worry. So don't be nice to Mike. He doesn't expect it.
Give them the FBI fraud line. See how they get on. Oh, you were Chris the Putz. I have a lot of work to do on this live. Jesus, it's terrible, HH, that you have to actually interact on this live, that you actually have to type stuff in. It is terrible that we're making you do that. Like, what sort of a live show would make someone have to type into the comments? Anyone else see what's this about? Anyone else seeing iCore CPUs that turn out to be non-iCore? No, I haven't come across. Well, again, I don't take much notice on them, because when I pull off the CPUs off boards, I don't even take any notice, because I don't sell them to anyone. It's not like in America where you're selling your iSeries to board sort and you can get more money for them. So I don't even take any notice of what the CPUs are like when I'm pulling them off, what brand they are or whatever. So no, it's not something I've noticed.
I like you. I take all the CPUs off, and if it looks like it's an iSeries because it has that bent arm, I'll check it for iSeries. I haven't seen any issues there. If it, it's usually, it may not be a good iSeries, but I haven't seen that many substitutions.
Yeah. So, gee, what was it that was in there instead of the iSeries? What processor was it? Oh, it was a Pentium chips. So it was a Pentium, an old Pentium, not an i in it. And the sticker on the outside said it was an iSeries. Well, that could be just people buying stickers and put them onto old computers trying to bump up the price by telling people they're iSeries in there.
Yeah, that's weird. That is, I'm thinking, why would somebody go through the trouble to do that? If they were selling a computer as scrap and you were hardcore about, complete versus partial PC, so they might take out a high-end iSeries and put in a piece of an older non-iSeries. But that's a lot of trouble because you got to take the heatsink off to then put the CPU on and then put the heatsink back in.
Yeah, or it could have been a computer that was repaired at some stage, and someone just swapped out a thing that she ended up picking up. That's what I'm saying. It could be someone might have done a repair on something or something like that maybe, and they put an iSeries in instead of or put a Pentium in instead of an iSeries or something when they were putting it back together. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah,
and Dee did make the comment on my last video about the Lenovo all-in-one, saying a similar kind of thing. He was talking about the cores not being in there. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
D is female as well, by the way, just so you know.
I got to stop this. I keep on using a male pronoun for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I got to stop doing this.
Ron, welcome in. Good to see you, sir. See, I used a male sir there because I know Ron is male. So I go, sir.
I'm just going to start saying they.
Yeah. I got one Pentium Pro. A friend sent me some scrap for me to do the gold recovery. It hurts breaking the old chips. What have I here? I've an Intel Pentium ceramic here beside me. So there's a nice Intel Pentium, not a Pro, but an Intel Pentium. I took out over the glasses to read the small print. Can't see any date on it. Made in the Philippines. So that's a nice little ceramic CPU.
I like this NA beer because it comes in a gold can.
And he said they can be used for anyone. Good choice, Sharky. So there you go. They asked me. How are you getting on, Ron, since your accident? Are you improving? Andy's saying, good to hear you're on the mend, so I presume you're improving. That's good to know from your little accident. An accident can take it out of people.
Yeah, speaking of accidents, we're still dealing with the car insurance claim from my wife's accident a month and a half ago.
Yeah, the car insurance company can drag stuff out too long. They can make life difficult instead of just sorting it and getting on with it. Do you saying it's okay? Not a lot of ladies there's not a lot of women involved in the scrap business, but there's more and more coming into it. You see more people doing YouTube videos and stuff like that, so there is more coming into it. Dee's asking, is Mrs. Shark okay after the accident?
Oh yeah, she didn't get hurt at all. It's just been USAA has just been a freaking disaster in how they've handled this insurance claim. they were back and forth between total loss, repair, total loss, repair. They drug it out so long that I ran out of rental car coverage. I had to start paying out of my own pocket for a rental car. After some rather terse exchanges with with one of the supervisors, they said, okay, we're just going to call it a total loss and be done with it so that you can get on with things. And I'm like, great. And now the problem is they use a third party company to handle all of the administrative process of, getting the title and all that kind of stuff. And so I had to call the repair yard 3 times to tell them to release the vehicle to this third party. And then the third party still didn't have the vehicle. And I called the third party and they said, oh, no, you have to call our yard and tell them to go pick it up now. I'm like, they work for you. Why do I have to tell them to go pick it up?
Yeah.
And so, because we don't own your vehicle. You still own your vehicle. So you need to tell them they can pick it up. And then the latest was that they were waiting on the insurance company to tell them how much the offer was so they can pay out. And I accepted their offer twice. The last time was 2 weeks ago. So what's the issue there? It's like, oh my God, what else can we do to make this a disaster?
Electronic Scrapper says he has a Pentium Pro. It's not for refining dough. It comes into work and likes looking at it every morning. So
yeah.
By the way, welcome in Everyday Solders. Good to see you popping in there as well.
Hey, Solders.
Good to see you. Hope all is good with you. How is your new one, Solders, as well? Because she had to get rid of her car and she got a new one. So how is that going for you, Solders? How is the new Scrapmobile getting along?
I keep a Pro around here somewhere too, just because they're pretty to look at.
Yeah. 128 days trying to get them to pay for the flood damage that I had Mother's Day weekend. My house is full of mold. It's an absolute mess, and I'm no closer to getting the insurance company. Yeah, see, that's the worst thing insurance company when they drag their heels. That's the thing.
Yeah, they take your money in a heartbeat, but boy, howdy, they are tighter than I'll get out.
Anyways, Mike, I'm so glad it's working for you, Shark.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Mike. Glad you're feeling bad. I hope you feel worse tomorrow.
Patrick Williams, welcome in. Good to see you. Well, when you get all these phone calls from that mystery people that keep texting you, that'll keep them busy.
Oh man!
When they ring and they go, Mike, and he goes yes, and then goes from there.
This sounds like such a fun plan.
We're so nice to each other, aren't we? Patrick Williams, what is copper prices in Ireland at the moment? You're always good for the old price. I seen you put the steel price up in Sharky's live. It was 15 cents a kg for steel in Ireland. But what is copper prices at the moment, Patrick? Thanks, Solders, for reminding people to hit the old thumbs up. I have 599. Yeah, well, friends, I office phones. I'll send them to Mike. He'd have to get a secretary to answer all the phone calls he'd be getting. Tell Mike not to be texting you during the live.
Oh man!
I heard Mike likes enemies. Anyway, we'll leave poor Mike alone. He's suffering for a few weeks now, so we'll leave Mike alone for a while. We'll let him recover in peace. Even though he's done a live, was it during the week? Was it last week he done a live? I was at work and he was live. I popped in for a while and he had done a live, so he was improving, but then he had a little setback again, and now he's not feeling good again. Office phones aren't great. Especially newer office phones don't have much in them. Now, if you can get some of the old phones from the offices of the 1980s and 1990s, they have a lot better material. But the stuff that's out nowadays, their phones aren't great for gold recovery anyhow. You know.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wind up sometimes I'll get a box full of them. It's just, you know, and it's the best you're going to get is maybe a peripheral high grade, but that's a stretch. Usually it's just crap low grade board.
You know, I was what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I'm going to finally get around to doing them boards you sent me. How long ago did you send these boards? That came with the honey that time. That honey has actually come in very handy now that I've got this cold. So I've been using that honey now to help with the sore throat. But these boards here, I'm gonna process these boards maybe this week.
Cool.
I'll do them in poor man's nitric because some people were asking me how to do poor man's nitric and stuff. So I think I'll do a video on it. I might use some of these boards for it, you know, to do that video. I found some gold.
So what is poor man's nitric?
Poor man's nitric is sulfuric acid and a nitric salt. So a nitric
salt?
Yeah, like potassium nitrate salt.
Oh, okay.
Potassium nitrate will be the one I'd probably use. So what you call it just popped into the basement. It's good now that when people pop into the basement, it tells me there now. I shouldn't be saying that out loud because if someone pops in, I don't want to bring them up. Then they'll know I've already seen it. I can't say, "Oh, I didn't see it down there." What's the story, Mike?
Just got back from lunch.
Come on. Hey, Jake, welcome in. Good to see you. What are you working on today in there? I seen you put a video out and you said, Ian Matthews, eat your heart out or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, I actually did some shop cleanup. So I got through a bunch of printers, bunch of keyboards, got literally three or four containers of plastic out of my shop. So cleaning up, getting stuff processed.
Yeah. It's great feeling when you do that, but then do you know what? When you see all that space there, you go, I need to fill that space now with something. You know?
Yep.
I think this one may have come from North Carolina. What do you think?
Yeah, possibly. Yep, that looks very familiar.
It still powers on, but the LCD does have some lines through it, so it's not salvageable.
That's correct, Richard. It's a cheaper way of doing it. That's why they call it poor man's nitric. The reason they call it the poor man's nitric, it's about a quarter of the cost, but not quite as efficient. So, but it still works. It still works.
It's good for lower level recovery stuff. So we don't want it to be as pure.
Yeah. So like your first refines and stuff like that. So you're not too bothered because you know you're going to be re-refining it again at some stage. So you don't really mind. You just use the poor man's nitric, and then when you're doing your re-refine, you use proper nitric on it. You know.
And as you mentioned in one of your videos, you were talking about it. If you use poor man's nitric, you've got the sulfuric acid in there, which is good at eating away the base metals as well. So
yeah,
kind of doing a double zap on the base
double whammy. A double whammy. Because like when you are, we'd say when you're before you drop out gold, you use a little bit of sulfuric acid to drop out the lead out of it as well. So it kind of, the sulfuric acid is doing a couple of jobs for you. What is Michael's channel? You mean this Michael that's on the panel here, is it? His channel is because he didn't use his channel name.
My God, how'd that happen?
Yeah, he didn't type in his channel name, so he didn't. It's Mike's Meltdown, Jake. Mike's Meltdown.
Edit name.
There you go.
There we go.
Mike's meltdown. Did you do any melting when you were clearing out the shed? Did you melt any material, or is it just clearing out
No.
your?
Right now, it's just processing. Right now, honestly, we're too hot and dry to do any melt. The only way I would be able to do it is in the electric furnace for something small, only a couple kilograms. I can't do anything outside right now.
Okay.
Risky.
Richard's saying,
What, you don't want to start a forest fire?
I'd prefer not to burn my house down in the process. Yeah.
Huh. Where's your dedication, man?
Richard, do you what way do you have a full distillation set for doing your own nitric, or what process do you do for doing it? Hey, welcome in, Ralph Morick. Good to see you. By the way, Watchcall said he might pop up in a while. Electronic scrapper, so that's not a problem. Bought a camera for my computer at work. Hope it works so I don't have to use my phone. Yeah, so be interested to see. Electronic scrapper, that's not a problem. Well, Ralph just saying, and everyone's saying hi to Ralph. Ralph, Mike loves you. Even though he didn't say it, he loves you. Anyways, Mike loves you.
Hey, Richard, on the comment that you made right there in the chat, making your own nitric, if I'm right, remind me if I'm correct here. What you're doing is you're using poor man's nitric and then just distilling off the nitric acid.
Yeah, well, that's what I presume. That's why I said you got a distillation set for it, so that proper distillation. So when the fumes go up, then you condense it back down into the nitric, the pure nitric. So all you're doing is heating poor man's nitric essentially. That's heating it up to above the boiling point and turn it into steam. And then when that rises, then you put it through the distillation kit set that'll condense it back down into a nitric acid. I presume that's what he's doing. That's what I was asking. Was that the set he was on about doing? Yes. There it is. There's the answer. Yes, I just had to buy bottles to hold it. Yeah, cool. I must try making it at some stage. I will have to make it at some stage because I'll be out of my nitric acid at some stage. So it means I'm going to have to make it at some stage. So it's something I will have to do.
Can you not buy it there anymore?
No. See, I used to get it in from the UK, but because of Brexit, they're getting chemicals shipped from a non-EU country, which England is now. Is a big headache. So
maybe you can buy it from Russia.
They're not a EU country either.
Can't you bring it over on the ferry?
No, you cannot bring nitric on a ferry or on an airplane before you even ask. No, sorry, Jake. I'm only letting people who do scrapping up, nothing against you. Jake, but I'm keeping it to people who are involved in the scrap metal sort of stuff. The panels. So it's people who do gold recovery and scrap metal and stuff like that. Nothing against anyone else, but that's why I like to keep the panel that way. It keeps the talk more about that sort of material and that sort of stuff. Not surprised.
We're here to talk about scrap. I thought we were here to talk bad about Mike.
Well, that and Mike. What God said, everybody sort of said, I'm not surprised Irish customs don't even let coasters in from there.
Yeah, or honey.
Yes. So yeah, that's so I can't get my nitric acid anymore. Plus the price of it has gone up an awful lot. What are they charging now for it? Let me see what the chemicals. Let's see what price they're charging now for it. Resources. Where are we? Right, let me go in here and view pool safety products. Oxidizers. Where's my assets? Assets. No, that's the wrong site. That's one in Canada.
There certainly must be companies in Ireland that use various types of acids. How are they getting it?
No, there's a crowd manufactured in Ireland, but they won't sell to the public. You have to.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So, hey, welcome in, Scrap Manufacturing. So the time, I'm just going to go into my emails and see what I paid for it the time I got it, the last time I bought it, because people sometimes don't believe how cheap I got it that time.
Let's see. I wonder what it would cost here. I'm going to look at what I can get it for here.
No, I just need to go back into my email to find it. It was back a good few years ago now.
Shark, the best place I found to get it was off Walmart.
Yeah, is there nothing that Walmart won't sell?
Pretty much no.
I guess properly stated, is there anything Walmart won't sell?
I'm trying to find the email. It's so long ago now. So current. Oh, this might be it, I think.
Yeah, the prices are all over the place, depending upon the concentration and the size.
Well, the one I got was because I had to download the safety data sheet beforehand just to make sure it was the thing. So 67% was the one I bought that time. So
okay,
it was 67 strength, 67%. Now I just need to find the invoice that they sent me and how much it was.
Let's see, 67%, 2.5 liters is $121 and some change.
You're right. I bought 74 liters, Shark. So I did. I bought 74 liters back then.
All right. Let's see. 74 liters. That's a lot of liters.
Yeah. So how much do you think it cost me?
I'm not even going to hazard a guess. Get it? Hazard a guess.
I know. I heard you. Okay. I'm going to share my screen because people don't believe me when I do say it. I'm just going to. How am I going to hide my address and my right? How am I going to do that?
We believe you. I believe you.
No. Some people like to see it. I bought two 35 kg drums, which were 35 liter drums. Sorry. So that was 70 liters I bought, and it cost me, including delivery. The total price was. Can I just load the invoice actually? Not load the delivery address. Okay, I think I can share this amount to the screen and it won't show my address. Okay, right. Let me go back into here and share screen. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Go to my email. Let me check now before I share it that I've nothing else there that.
I'm looking intently.
Yeah, I'm just making sure I've not my credit card number doesn't show up or something like that. Your order number, blah blah. Okay, yeah, just it gives my name, but that doesn't matter. So I'll share that now. Boom, boom, boom. Share screen. I paid €175.30 plus €69 for delivery.
Oh, okay.
For there it is, nitric acid 69%. Sorry, 69%. General use 35 kg, and it only cost me just over €240 delivered to Ireland. So like it's you were saying how much a liter in America now?
Oh, that was just one place I looked. I mean, the prices are all over. That it's
Yeah.
you can you get discounts when you order larger volumes and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, but like that price was crazy. Now let me see what they're going to charge today if I wish to buy it off them. Well, I can't buy it off them. They mightn't even give me a price today. Go down. View entire message. Go on to their website. Because I think I checked it last year when I was going to try and get more, but the price was gone atrociously high. Plus, they weren't able to deliver to Ireland anymore, which was the other issue. Right. Now all they say anymore is apply for a quote. They don't even give you the price anymore online. You have to apply for how many liters you want, and then they'll come back to you with a price. And I think they came back with a price for the same amount again. It was nearly €2,000. So I said, no, you're okay. So it just shows how dear it's got for the same product.
And you got how many? You said 75 liters?
No, 70 liters. Sorry, 35 liters in each can. So that was 70 liters in total.
So let's see.
How much would that cost you now?
It's if I'd have to do some shopping around. I mean, this place I'm looking at right now, it's like $80 for 2.5 liters, but you can, if you want to get larger volumes, you have to, it says click here for volume discounts, but I don't want to go down that road with them. Then somebody's going to start calling me and things like that.
Oh yeah, people then trying to sell you timeshares in the factory. I'm just trying to see if I can shop for acids. Hold on, I might be able to get in now and look at it. Right, do they have nitric acid? So nitric acid now, what price are they selling nitric acid at? Come on, open up. Actually, I should be sharing the screen with people so they can see. It's not too bad. So it's actually, so that well, it doesn't say what size it is. Is that per liter, I wonder? So 25 liters of nitric acid at the moment is from this company, 69%. They're back to well, this is in the UK. Like if I was looking to ship to Ireland, that's when the money goes up, I think. So 165 sterling for 25 liters of it, which is still a very good price. So anyone in the UK, but again, you have to have a business address in the UK to deliver to. So that's maybe of interest to some people in the UK. I don't know.
So can't you talk your boss into letting you order it from the business and then you'll pay the business back?
I may have done that the last time I got it. That may have been the way I procured it.
So I picked up 32 ounces for $32.
What's 32 ounces in liters for the people that actually use proper ways of measurement?
32 ounce to liter is 0.95 liters.
So we just say a liter.
Yeah.
So for how much for a liter?
$32.
And we can buy 25 liters. Well, people in the UK can buy 25 liters for about 100 and in dollars. Let me convert that over to dollars. Dollar to sterling to sterling to dollar. So you're getting ripped off.
Well, I wanted a small amount to start with. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, there was a larger batch available as well.
So you can get 25 liters for $210. So, that's a good price.
Well, here's a 55-gallon drum for $1,000.
55 gallon. So that's 200 and something liters.
So Walmart also has a 10-liter batch, 67.2% purity for $200. So that's
What purity?
67.2%.
Okay. Anyways, Jill, welcome in, by the way. Sorry to be ignoring you.
So that gets it down to roughly 20 gallons a liter, right? $20 a liter.
$27 a liter, as you said. So that would still be way dearer because 25 liters is 210. So that's less than $10 a liter. On if you're buying it, if you lived in the UK.
Yeah.
Less than $10 a liter. Which is a good price. I haven't seen nitric acid anywhere else cheaper than this company.
Yeah.
Like anywhere, no matter where you look, no one can sell it at less than we say when I convert it to dollars, less than $10 a liter.
Yeah.
Which is a thing. A pity they don't deliver to Ireland. Well, they will deliver to Ireland. Sorry, I lied. They will deliver to Ireland, but that's where the price ends up being over €1,000. So that's when I didn't. That's when I said, okay, not for me.
Well, and it will also sit in the customs house for 4 months, waiting for someone to put a stamp on it so that it can get delivered.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind, but when I do go to the UK, on my trips, I do actually go by the factory where this place is. I just see that. I just see their big factory, where it's actually I don't know, is a manufacturer stored there, but I do go by their place of work. I'd be thinking, I wonder, could I get a van, hire a van, and drive a full van load of it over. buy a big van load of it. I get like 95% of my homemade, but I have no bottles that can hold it. That I put on them. And the bottles I got, the cartons I get it in, they come in the big, like they're like they're acid resistant, but the lids don't rot away. So maybe you need to buy a special lid for it, because it's just like, it's not like bottles they put it in. It's plastic containers that it comes in, big plastic 25-liter container. Let me see if I can get a picture of it here to show you. The container, and the lid doesn't rot on these. Share screen. Excuse me. Oh, electron scrappers in the basement. Hey, electron scrapper.
Hey.
Oh, hold on, your mic is very loud. We've got some feedback.
I hear a cricket.
Sorry, I'm just altering your mic. Give me a second. Mic settings, reduce background noise, and There we go. That should be a bit better. So, is that a cricket that's rattling behind you?
Yes, it is.
So
I
it's
thought
not
it
feedback, it's a cricket.
Yeah, I thought it was feedback for first. Anyway, hold on till I share this screen with Richard. I want to show him the container that the acid came to me in. Share screen. Share screen. Is that the one? Yeah. So that's the container there. So it's just a plastic container that comes in and a big plastic top on it, and that's all acid resistant. So I'm sure you can buy them somewhere, them containers, Richard, and then you don't have the issue. So you could make 25 liters and store it up for yourself. You know, maybe you could do that. Anyhow, what is happening with you, Electron Scrapper? What are you working on?
Like I said, I gotta redissolve some gold. Something red. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Something outgassing in the middle of the gold.
And you don't have it there beside you, no? Do you?
No, I can get it, but
Yeah, well, then go get it.
okay. I've got oil and dilute nitric ready to get rid of it. But yeah,
All right. I was going to say, don't be talking about it. Just go and get it.
Yeah, give me 1 minute, okay?
Okay. Yeah, once you melt, that's it, Richard. Once you melt that first bit of gold or get that first bit of gold from refining, you're hooked. You're hooked. It doesn't matter if you're never making money out of it. You're just hooked because you're able to do it. It's not about the money side of it. It's for me, it's the being able to do it that I like. That cricket would drive me soft if I was listening to him all day. I'd have to go find him. You'd kill him and then one of his mates would start croaking. How big are them crickets?
Not very big.
And he makes that much noise out of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, in that range there.
They're rubbing their back leg against their wing, making a racket.
Did you guys hear that Rampage Jackson's son sent someone to the hospital? I don't even know who Rampage Jackson is. Jake, so I don't. Something to do with wrestling, is it? I presume with a name like that, it's something to do with wrestling.
MMA.
Oh.
I don't watch it. I recognize the name.
Oh, okay.
And if you think our crickets are loud, you should hear our cicadas when they get going. Holy cow.
What's the difference between a cicada and a cricket?
So a cicada is a larger insect that only comes around, well, they have broods that come out every 13 years, 17 years.
Oh, right.
And when the brood comes out, they all come out at the same time. So they're all out at the same time making this horrendous noise. And sometimes you almost need hearing protection. They're so dang loud. Whereas crickets are around all the time.
Would you guys ever scrap you or you? I don't even know what that is, Jake.
A Buick. That's a car.
Yeah. The car, yeah, but like I wouldn't have access to them.
Yeah, I don't scrap cars.
Yeah, no.
I scrap car parts.
Yeah, what's called electronic scrapper fixes cars. I know. Show us that gold and stuff you're going on.
All right. Well, that's if it'll focus.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
And what weight was that?
6.2 grams.
Okay.
I'm trying to get, hopefully it'll focus up. I got this red in it and it's hollow inside.
Pull back a small bit. Pull back a small bit. Pull back a small bit. Hold it there for a second. See will it focus. No, it's not focusing. Well, I can see a bit of red. All right, I can see a red tinge,
All right.
but I don't see the hollow. So I don't.
But here, let me put a. This is it. I got a needle inside it.
Okay.
I don't know what that red is.
Oh, some sort of contaminant of some sort got into it.
Yeah, it's a outgassing as it cools down out of the melt dish.
Yeah. And had your borax in the melt dish? I presume you had.
Yeah.
So you've coated your melt dish with the borax beforehand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you glazed it. Because I was going to say maybe it was part of the melted, but there must have been something stuck in the borax. There must have been something in there.
There's nothing, done a lot. Gold in this thing. But as you can see, outside of some gold flakes, there's nothing odd about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the red is.
You can see the glaze on it as well. So, well, it just means another day processing. That's what it means.
Yeah.
So it is another day processing. Do you know what I like about when you're re-refining that in the Aqua Regia? I presume it's Aqua Regia you're going to be doing it in.
Yeah.
I love how red it gets when it heats up. The color of the Aqua Regia goes like when the gold is more pure gold that you're re-refining, it goes like a really red color. Did you ever get that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that color. Then you know you've got really good gold. Instead of the yellow, you're getting that deeper reds.
Well, a lot of the YouTube videos, they're putting 1,500 milliliters of hydrochloric acid to dissolve 3 grams of gold. That's a waste.
Yeah. You see, like with that button now, all you'll do is you'll just put enough nitric acid to cover over the button, start adding your or not nitric acid, hydrochloric acid, and then just start adding your nitric acid into it bit by bit and watching how red it goes, the color.
That's what I did last weekend.
Oh, hold on. We like the show and tells. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Whoa!
Oops. Oh, just drop it.
Can't be having something. Never to be found. Never to be found. What weight?
It fell somewhere with Ian's Bitcoin.
What weight is it?
It's 20 grams.
Oh, that's a nice lump of gold. It is. It's a nice lump of gold. I have about 20 grams of powder there now to melt, so that'll give me a nice 20-gram nugget as well. I'm working on.
Now you going to try that again in your furnace, or are you going to use a melt dish?
Oh no, I'm just going to use a melt dish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always put it in the furnace because I had to test out the furnace for Vevor. So I said, I just throw that powder in there. I'll use the melt dish for the gold. I might melt some aluminium in that electric furnace for the crack. I might just melt some aluminium in it and make some aluminium bars, because I haven't used that furnace since I got it only once.
So Irish, how many grams of gold will you get out of 20 grams of powder?
Should be 20 grams if it's pure enough. If it's pure enough. If you only end up with 10 grams, you're like, oh, what went wrong here? If a lot of it burns off or a lot of it gets blown out of the dish with the when you turn, you have to be so careful with the flame. So I wrap mine, and when I'll be melting that now, I'll wrap it in filter paper, and it'll be wet filter paper, and I use that first to kind of hold it all in place as you're heating it up.
Another way you can do it is just wet it.
Yeah,
it will not blow out of the dish though.
Yeah, because I remember the first time you ever go near that and you go, you see bits flying, you go, no. Bits of gold flying out of the dish. Ralph Morrick is still waiting for the thermocoupler for his furnace. So he's still waiting for that to fix his one. Have to buy a whole new furnace if it takes too long. Yeah. And why didn't you get did you get the other one from whoever, like Wish or Temu or wherever? Did you not get a universal one, Ralph? Did it not work? It's common for gold to get stuck in borax. I've had that happen a bunch. Think of it as a saving account. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, you can wash away, like if you put that lumps of borax into sulfuric acid again, I think you can put it into sulfuric acid, and it'll eat away the borax and leave the gold. You know, boil it in sulfuric acid. I think it's sulfuric acid. I think I'll have to look that up again.
Yes, dilute sulfuric.
Yeah, and it'll eat away the borax and just leave the gold there again, because sulfuric won't dissolve gold.
But you do need to boil it for it to work.
Yeah, you have to boil it. And when you boil sulfuric acid, it is a dangerous item then. A little drop of that land on your skin, it'll go straight to the bone very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Ouchie.
Ouchie. So that's where your safety gear comes in. Anytime, guys, anyone listening there, if we're talking about acids, we're presuming you have brains and you're using safety gear when you're doing this. If you're just going mixing acids without your proper safety gear, well, then if your arms get dissolved, then don't come waving to me with arms missing. The first one was a piece of crap. Second one seemed good, but again at high temperature tripped out the earth breakers. Okay. Okay. And Hill is saying, or heat the bottom dust and borax to make it sticky. Yeah, but then you want to get rid of the borax at some stage. So you know, you don't want too much borax. That's a mistake I made one time before too, was putting too much borax in, and you end up with like a lot of gold trapped in the borax then, and then that's where it's more trouble. You know, so it's about getting less is more sometimes, that sort of way, you know.
Yeah, I always melt my gold wet, and it doesn't blow anywhere. It skims over and it can't go anywhere.
Yeah. No, I usually wrap it now in filter paper, wet filter paper, and then by the time it's set through the wet filter paper, it's kind of clumped together anyhow inside, and it stays in that clump and melts as a clump. You know. Where did ancient Egyptians get their nitric acid to melt their gold from? Maybe they were using mercury to get the gold.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere that they were using mercury back then.
Yeah, it was mercury. So it was. Mercury was used. Mercury is still used to this day by some people for gold refining. Some people still use mercury as a way of doing it.
That's just sometimes you see those videos and they've literally got the mercury in their hand and they're doing this, you know, and you're just like, what the hell are you thinking?
Well, again, now saying that, you know that what's that guy who has a science channel? Do you see the one where he filled the toilet with mercury, the flush part, and he wants to see what it flow? You know, now it wasn't connected to the actual drainage system. He'd done it outside, set this up, and he was handling mercury without gloves. And he was saying that you can handle mercury without gloves as long as you don't have cuts and don't have this. And I think he's a scientist of sorts. I don't know, maybe not. But he was saying as long as you don't have cuts, it's kind of okay. And you wash your hands properly afterwards, and don't start eating food that you've without having washed your hands. You know, that it was safe. But I'd still wear the gloves if I was handling mercury personally myself. Mike said he gets all his safety tips from his Pakistani friends on YouTube.
Yeah.
You mean them guys that wear them safety flip flops? Is that the guys you're on about, Mike? When they're doing when they're melting the brass and gold and stuff, and they're pouring it out, and they've got them lovely safety flip flops on
Yeah, and safety squints.
and safety squints on. I never done that. Did you ever do that electronic scan couple or coupe?
No, but I'd like to try it.
Yeah, I'd like to try it, but I've never done it. I've seen what's the man's name, that mountain or whatever the
MMPLC.
Yeah, him.
Mount Baker Mining and Minerals.
That's it, Mount Baker Mining and Minerals. He uses that method.
So does Altec.
Okay.
But he doesn't use like your standard QTEL. He does it some way different.
Yeah, Mount Baker, the Mount Baker Mining and Minerals. I mean, but they're doing real smelting from ore. So
Yes.
that's a normal part of that process for them.
Yeah. But I think he done at one stage there. He when he done one of his shaker tables or done one of his crushing things, he used he done that method as well for doing that at the end, melting it all together, and he done that at the end. Ended up with a little triangle at the end of gold out of it, or was it silver? Might be silver. Literally a pinch. Okay. I better see what everyone's doing. We're nearly finished. Sharp Scrapper, what's the plan for the week?
I just brought in a truckload of PCs, so I'm busy scrapping, taking PCs apart, and that means I also need to get busy putting another Gaylord box together for board sort to get shipped off.
Okay, and you were saying on your live that the shark hasn't shown up yet on the radars, so she hasn't shown up yet. So you'll be keeping us updated on I'm sure, on your channel as soon as you know where the location of it is.
Yeah, as soon as I hear something from them that she broke the surface and they were able to pick up the tag, then I'll be getting that information out to everybody.
Okay, cool. Electronic Scrapper, what's your plan for this week?
Button. I gotta
Re-refine,
and then I'm planning on starting a video on just common IC chips.
Say that
A video on what?
Common IC chips, just
common ones.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna break it up in between flat packs and the two-sided.
Okay, cool.
Try to see,
And what method are you going to use? Incineration, I presume, is it, or is it sulfuric acid, or what way?
incineration.
Incineration. Okay, cool. We can look forward to that. Mike's Meltdown plan for the week.
Probably hard drives and LCD screen breakdowns. Fun stuff, of course.
Oh yeah, the where the big money is. Where the big money is, So that's your plan. Well, my plan for the week is I hope to have a video out on the poor man's nitric, just making some poor man's nitric, and because a lot of people, I have never done it on my channel. I use it, but I've never actually done a video on it. And a lot of people that are watching videos go, "Oh, well, if I can't get nitric, how do I make poor man's nitric?" You mentioned poor man's nitric, but how do I make it? So I decided I'll do a video on that, on things. So I might get that video done this week if the weather is okay. For the rest of the week, I might get that video done. I'll be live again next Sunday. Hopefully everything going well there as well. And as always, guys, appreciate everyone that's been in. Appreciate all the guests that have come up and all the people that have been in the chat as normal. I hope you've hit the like. If you haven't, make sure you hit it on your way out. I just putting the link in there for Solars. She is just going to have our premiere there. I think it's a premiere tonight. I don't think it's a live. It's a premiere, is it? Premiere. So her premiere is about to start over there now. So if you guys want to pop over there, we'll see you all there. As always, appreciate you all. Catch you all later. Oh, Scrap you all later.